What if the person you trust most made a life-changing decision behind your back? Sometimes betrayal isn't what it seems, and the truth can break your heart or heal it forever. What would you do if you were in Emily's place? A zipper whirs as Emily closes the suitcase, her hands smoothing the bright beach towels on top. Sunlight spills through the window, lighting up the room. She glances at her phone, a smile tugging at her lips. Lucas, come here, buddy. Want to help me pick out your swim trunks? Lucas bounds in, clutching his favorite stuffed shark. Are we really going to Florida, Mom? Will there be dolphins? Emily laughs, ruffling his hair. Absolutely. We'll see dolphins, eat ice cream, and maybe even build the biggest sandcastle ever. She folds a tiny pair of shorts, her heart light. Lucas hugs her waist. I can't wait. I told Tommy at school I'm gonna bring him back a shell. Emily's phone buzzes. She checks the screen. Jenna's name flashes. Emily answers, her voice bright. Hey, Jenna. I'm almost unpacking. I can't believe it's finally happening. Jenna's voice crackles with excitement. You deserve this, Em. A real break. Promise you'll send me 1,000,000 pictures? Emily grins. You know I will. I just hope Mark remembers the sunscreen this time. Jenna laughs. If not, you'll come back with a tan. Call me when you get there, okay? Promise. Emily hangs up, her heart fluttering. She glances at the clock. Almost 5. Mark should be home soon. She grabs her laptop and pulls up the hotel's website, humming as she types in the reservation number. Her smile fades. The screen blinks. Reservation not found. She tries again, slower this time. Still nothing. Emily's brow furrows. She checks her email, searching for the confirmation. Her hands start to shake. She dials the hotel. Hi, I'm calling about a reservation for Sanders, Emily. Checking in tomorrow. The woman on the other end sounds apologetic. I'm sorry, ma'am. That reservation was canceled 3 days ago. Emily's heart pounds. Canceled? By who? The request came from your husband's email. Emily hangs up, her mind racing. She stares at the packed suitcase, suddenly heavy with doubt. Why would Mark cancel the trip? Why didn't he tell her? She tries to call him, but it goes straight to voicemail. Lucas peeks in, his voice small. Mom? Are we still going? Emily forces a smile. Of course, sweetie. Let's just wait for Dad to get home, okay? She hugs him tight, her mind spinning. The house feels colder now. Emily sits on the bed, the suitcase beside her, and stares at the wall. The clock ticks, each minute louder than the last. She replays every conversation with Mark from the past week, searching for clues. Did he seem distant? Was he hiding something? Her phone buzzes again. Jenna texting. Everything okay? Emily types back. Not sure. Hotel. Says Mark canceled our trip. He didn't tell me. Jenna replies instantly. What? That doesn't make sense. Talk to him. Don't let this slide. Emily stands, pacing the room. She looks at the suitcase, all her hope and trust packed inside. The front door creaks open. Mark's footsteps echo in the hallway. Emily's excitement is gone. In its place, suspicion and hurt settle deep in her chest. She takes a deep breath, ready to ask the question that's burning inside her heart. The front door clicks shut. Mark sets his keys on the table and shrugs off his jacket. Emily stands in the hallway, arms crossed, suitcase at her feet. She tries to keep her voice steady. Why did you cancel our vacation, Mark? He freezes, glancing at the suitcase. What are you talking about? She holds up her phone, her hands shaking. The hotel said you canceled our reservation 3 days ago. Why didn't you tell me? Mark looks away, rubbing his forehead. It's complicated, Em. Work's been crazy. I thought maybe we could reschedule. Emily's voice cracks. You didn't even ask me. You just made the decision for both of us. He sighs, avoiding her eyes. I was going to tell you. I just didn't want to disappoint you and Lucas. She steps closer, her anger rising. But you did disappoint us. Lucas has been counting down the days. I've been planning for weeks. You could have said something. Mark fidgets with his ring. His words rushed. Things are tight, okay? Money's not great right now. I didn't want to worry you. Emily shakes her head, tears stinging her eyes. You think lying is better than telling me the truth? I'm your wife, Mark. We're supposed to be a team. He runs a hand through his hair, frustration in his voice. I was trying to protect you. I thought I could fix it before you noticed. From the hallway, Lucas's small voice interrupts, trembling. Mom? Dad? Are we not going to Florida? Emily's heart breaks. She kneels, pulling Lucas into a hug. I'm so sorry, buddy. There's been a change of plans. Lucas's eyes fill with tears. But you promised. Mark kneels beside them, his voice soft. I'm sorry, Lucas. I messed up. Lucas pulls away, running to his room and slamming the door. The sound echoes through the house. Emily stands, wiping her face. You didn't just let me down, Mark. You let our son down. Why couldn't you just trust me with the truth? Mark's shoulders slump. He stares at the floor, silent. Emily's voice is quieter now, but full of pain. I feel like I don't even know you right now. You made me feel small, like my feelings don't matter. He tries to reach for her hand, but she steps back. Emily, please. I didn't mean for it to go this far. She shakes her head, voice flat. But it did, and now I don't know what to believe. He stands there, helpless, as she grabs a blanket from the closet and heads for the living room. The house feels colder than ever. Emily curls up on the couch, staring at the ceiling. The suitcase sits in the hallway, untouched. She replays every word, every excuse, wondering what Mark is really hiding. Her phone buzzes. Jenna's message pops up. Did you talk to him? What did he say? Emily types back. He's not telling me the whole truth. I feel so alone. She puts her phone down, her thoughts racing. How could he make such a big decision without her? How many other things has he kept from her? The clock ticks loudly in the quiet house. Emily closes her eyes, but sleep doesn't come. She listens to the silence, feeling more betrayed and alone than ever before. Have you ever been left out of an important decision by someone you love? How did it make you feel? Share your story in the comments. The morning sun creeps through the blinds as Emily sits at the kitchen table, her coffee growing cold. Mark left early, barely saying a word. The house feels emptier than ever. She scrolls through her phone, reading Jenna's latest text. You can't let him shut you out, Em. You deserve answers. Don't let this go. Emily sighs, typing back, I know. I just don't know how to even start. He's not the same lately. She glances at the hallway, remembering Mark's distant eyes and clipped words the night before. He's been taking calls outside, whispering into his phone, hanging up when she walks in. Last night, he left after dinner and didn't come home until after midnight. When Emily asked where he was, he just mumbled, needed some air, and went straight to bed. Lucas pads into the kitchen, rubbing his eyes. Mom, is Dad mad at us? Emily's heart aches. She kneels, hugging him close. No, sweetie, Dad's just busy right now. But we're okay. I promise. Lucas nods, but his eyes are full of worry. He grabs his backpack and heads out for the school bus, leaving Emily alone with her thoughts. She stands, pacing the living room. Her eyes land on Mark's desk in the corner, usually neat, now cluttered with papers and unopened mail. Something nags at her. She hesitates, then opens the top drawer, searching for anything that might explain Mark's behavior. Her fingers brush against a folder, tucked far in the back. She pulls it out. It's locked with a small clasp. Emily's breath catches. Why would Mark hide something like this? Her phone buzzes again. Jenna, if you find anything, don't be afraid to ask him about it. You have a right to know what's going on in your own marriage. Emily stares at the folder, her hands trembling. She tries the clasp, but it won't budge. She sets it on the desk, her mind racing. What could be so important that Mark would hide it from her? The garage door rumbles. Mark's car pulls in. He's home early. Emily panics, shoving the folder back in the drawer and closing it just as Mark walks through the door. He glances at her, suspicion in his eyes. What are you doing in here? Emily forces a smile, her voice shaky. Just tidying up. You left in such a rush this morning. Mark nods, but his gaze lingers on the desk. He sets his keys down, avoiding her eyes. I've got a lot on my mind, Em. Can we not do this right now? She wants to push, to demand answers, but something in his voice stops her. Instead, she nods, stepping away. Fine, but we can't keep pretending everything's okay. Mark sighs, running a hand through his hair. I know. I need some time. He heads upstairs, leaving Emily alone with her questions. She sits on the couch, staring at the closed drawer, feeling the distance between them grow wider by the minute. Her thoughts swirl with suspicion and fear. What is Mark hiding? Is it money? Someone else? Or something even worse? The house feels colder as the afternoon drags on. Emily's trust is slipping away, replaced by doubt and dread. She glances at her phone, wishing Jenna were there in person. She texts, "He's hiding something. I can feel it. I found a locked folder in his desk." Jenna replies, "You need to find out what's in there. Don't let him make you feel crazy." Emily closes her eyes, hugging herself. The folder sits in the drawer, heavy with secrets. The walls of her marriage feel like they're closing in. As the sun sets, Emily's suspicion deepens. She starts to fear the worst, her imagination running wild. The trust she once had in Mark now feels as fragile as glass. The clatter of dishes fills the kitchen as Emily sets the table, her nerves on edge. Lucas hums softly, stacking napkins, while Emily glances at the clock. The doorbell rings, sharp and unexpected. Emily wipes her hands and opens the door to find Patricia Sanders, Mark's mother, standing on the porch with 2 steaming casseroles and a tight-lipped smile. "Surprise, Emily. I thought you could use a little help," Patricia says, stepping inside without waiting for an invitation. She surveys the kitchen, her gaze lingering on the half-set table. "I see you're running a bit behind. Busy week." Emily forces a polite smile. "It's been a lot lately, but we're almost ready." Patricia sets the casseroles down, smoothing her skirt. "I brought Mark's favorite. He's been so stressed, poor thing. You know how much he needs a calm home right now." Emily's jaw tightens, but she keeps her voice steady. "We're all doing our best, Patricia." Lucas runs over, hugging his grandmother. "Grandma, are you staying for dinner?" Patricia's face softens as she kneels. "Of course, sweetheart. Someone has to make sure you're eating well." She stands, turning back to Emily. "I hope you're not overloading him with too many activities. Kids need stability, especially when things are tough." Emily nods, biting back a reply. She glances at Mark, who has just come in from the garage, his eyes lighting up at the sight of his mother. "Hey, Mom, didn't expect you tonight." Patricia pats his arm. "Well, I was worried about you. You look tired. Are you getting enough rest? I know work has been hard and, well, I just want to help." Mark shrugs, avoiding Emily's eyes. "I'm fine, Mom. Just a lot going on. Patricia sits at the table, motioning for everyone to join. Emily, why don't you sit? I'll serve. She dishes out food, her tone brisk. You know, Mark, you've always carried so much on your shoulders. I hope you're getting the support you need at home. Emily's cheeks flush. We're working through things. It's just a rough patch. Patricia sighs, shaking her head. Marriage isn't easy, Emily, but it's important to put family first. Sometimes I worry you're too focused on other things. Emily sets her fork down, her voice quiet but firm. I put this family first every day, Patricia. Patricia waves her hand dismissively. I'm sure you try, dear, but Mark's been under so much stress. Maybe you could be a little more understanding. Lucas looks between the adults, his eyes wide. Can we have dessert now? Emily stands, grateful for the distraction. Of course, sweetheart. Why don't you help me in the kitchen? As Emily scoops ice cream for Lucas, she fights back tears. She remembers her wedding day, Mark's hand in hers, his promise to always be honest, to never keep secrets. The memory is warm and bright, a sharp contrast to the cold distance she feels now. Returning to the table, Emily finds Patricia whispering to Mark. The conversation stops as she enters. Patricia stands, gathering her purse. Well, I should be going. Mark, call me if you need anything. And Emily, remember, family comes first. Emily forces a smile. Thank you for dinner, Patricia. Patricia hugs Lucas, then leaves, her perfume lingering in the hallway. The house feels colder, the silence heavy. Mark clears the table, avoiding Emily's gaze. Lucas heads to his room, humming softly. Emily stands in the kitchen, hands clenched. The memory of Mark's promise echoes in her mind, mixing with Patricia's words. She feels more alone than ever, her trust in Mark slipping away. As the front door clicks shut behind Patricia, Emily makes a silent vow. No more guessing, no more waiting for answers. She will uncover the truth, no matter how much it hurts. The house is silent and dark. Emily lies awake on the couch, staring at the ceiling as the clock ticks past midnight. Mark's words and Patricia's sharp comments echo in her mind. She can't shake the feeling that something is terribly wrong. She sits up, heart pounding. Quietly, she slips into the hallway, careful not to wake Lucas. The desk drawer creaks open. Her hands tremble as she pulls out the locked folder. This time, she finds a small key taped under the drawer. She unlocks it, breath held tight in her chest. Inside, she finds a stack of medical bills, doctor's notes, and a letter from a specialist. Emily's eyes blur as she reads the words: urgent follow-up, treatment options, possible surgery. At the bottom, her husband's name, Mark Sanders. A wave of shock and fear crashes over her. She flips through the bills, her mind racing. Why didn't he tell her? Why did he face this alone? A floorboard creaks. Mark stands in the doorway, his face pale in the dim light. Emily, what are you doing? She holds up the folder, her voice shaking. Why didn't you tell me? Mark, what is all this? He leans against the doorframe, shoulders slumped. I didn't want you to find out like this. Tears fill her eyes. You're sick? All this time, you've been hiding it from me? Mark's voice cracks. I didn't want to scare you. Or Lucas. I thought I could handle it. I thought I could fix it before you ever knew. Emily's anger flares. You canceled our vacation, lied to me, and shut me out. I thought you were cheating or leaving us, Mark. I felt crazy. He steps closer, voice desperate. I'm sorry. I needed the money for the treatments. The vacation was too much. I was going to tell you, but every time I tried, I got scared. Emily wipes her eyes, her voice raw. You should have trusted me. We're supposed to face things together. You didn't have to go through this alone." Mark's eyes fill with tears. "I know. I was wrong. I didn't want Lucas to worry. I didn't want you to look at me like I was broken." She sits down, clutching the folder. "You're not broken, Mark, but you hurt me. You made me feel like I didn't matter." He kneels beside her, his hand shaking as he reaches for hers. "I'm so sorry, Em. I was scared of losing everything. My health, our family, your respect. I thought I could protect you by keeping it a secret." Emily looks at him, her anger softening as she sees the fear in his eyes. "We can't protect each other by hiding the truth. That's not love, Mark. That's just loneliness." He nods, tears streaming down his face. "I know. I'll do whatever it takes to make this right. I promise." Emily hugs the folder to her chest, her heart heavy. She wants to be angry, but mostly she feels overwhelmed by fear, by relief, by the weight of what Mark has been carrying alone. She stands, voice gentle but firm. "We'll get through this, but you have to let me in. No more secrets." Mark nods, wiping his face. "No more secrets. I promise." They stand in silence, the folder between them, a symbol of pain, but also of hope. Emily's anger fades, replaced by a deep ache and the need to hold her family close. If you discovered your partner was hiding something to protect you, would you feel betrayed or grateful? Let us know below. Emily sits on the couch, the folder in her lap, her mind spinning. She knows nothing will ever be the same, but for the first time in days, she doesn't feel alone in the dark. Emily sits at the kitchen table, the folder of medical bills beside her, and the torn vacation itinerary clutched in her hand. The morning light feels harsh. She stares at the paper. The dream of Florida now just scraps. Her heart aches with relief that Mark isn't leaving her, guilt for doubting him, and frustration that he kept her in the dark. Her phone buzzes. Jenna's name flashes on the screen. Emily answers, her voice small. "He's sick, Jenna. He's been hiding it for months. I found the bills last night." Jenna's voice is gentle but firm. "Oh, Em, I'm so sorry, but you can't carry this alone. He needs you, but you need to tell him how much this hurts you." Emily's eyes fill with tears. "I know. I want to help, but I'm so angry. I feel like I lost him twice, once to his secret and once to his fear." Jenna sighs. "You're allowed to feel both. Support him, but don't forget yourself. You matter too." Emily nods, wiping her face. "Thanks, Jenna. I just wish I knew how to fix this." The front door creaks open. Mark walks in, looking tired and pale. He glances at the torn itinerary on the table. "I'm sorry, Em. I wish I could take it all back." Emily's voice is quiet, but steady. "We can't go back, Mark, but we have to move forward. Together. No more secrets." Mark sits across from her, his hands shaking. "I want that too. I'm scared." She reaches across the table, taking his hand. "Me too. But we can't keep pretending. We have to talk, even when it's hard." Lucas appears in the doorway, clutching his stuffed shark. "Mom, Dad, are we ever going to be happy again?" Emily's heart breaks. She kneels and hugs him tight. "We're going to try, buddy. We're going to try really hard." Mark joins them, his voice trembling. "We love you, Lucas. We're just figuring things out." Lucas nods, his eyes uncertain. "I just want us to be a family." Emily looks at Mark, her voice soft but determined. "We need help, Mark. I think we should talk to someone. A counselor. We can't do this alone." Mark nods, relief flickering in his eyes. "Okay, I'll do whatever it takes." Emily stands, the torn itinerary falling to the floor. She doesn't pick it up. Instead, she hugs Lucas and Mark, holding them close. The Florida trip is gone, but maybe something more important can be saved. The room is quiet, but the tension has shifted. Less anger, more hope. Emily glances at the torn paper, realizing that some dreams have to change so new ones can begin. The clock ticks softly in Dr. Linda Foster's office. Emily and Mark sit side by side on a small couch, hands folded in their laps. The room feels safe. Warm light, soft chairs, a gentle hum from the air vent. Dr. Foster smiles kindly. Thank you both for coming. It takes courage to ask for help. Emily glances at Mark, her voice barely above a whisper. We don't know where to start. Everything feels broken. Mark looks down, fidgeting with his wedding ring. I shut her out. I thought I was protecting her, but I just made things worse. Dr. Foster nods. Honesty is the first step. Mark, what made it hard to share your struggles? He sighs, voice trembling. I was scared. I didn't want Emily to worry. I thought I could fix it alone, but I ended up hurting her more. Emily wipes her eyes, her voice shaky but honest. I felt betrayed. I thought you didn't trust me. I was angry, but mostly I was scared. Scared of losing you, scared of losing control over my own life. Dr. Foster leans in, her tone gentle. It's normal to feel that way, but you're here now. What do you both need from each other to feel safe moving forward? Emily takes a deep breath. I need honesty, even if the truth is hard. I need to know we're a team. Mark nods, meeting her eyes. And I need to let you in. No more secrets. I promise, Dr. Foster offers a small smile. Boundaries are important. It's okay to say what you need. It's okay to ask for help. Emily squeezes Mark's hand. I want to share the hard stuff, not just the good. I want to know we can handle it together. Mark's voice is soft. I want that too. I'm sorry for making you feel alone. Dr. Foster writes something in her notebook, then looks up. Small gestures matter. Checking in, listening, even just sitting together in silence. That's how you rebuild trust. Emily nods, her voice steadier. We can do that. I want to try. Mark smiles, relief in his eyes. Me too. They talk for a while longer. About fears, about boundaries, about how to handle stress as a team. Dr. Foster encourages them to set a weekly honesty hour, a time to talk openly about anything on their minds. As the session ends, Emily and Mark stand, a quiet hope between them. Mark gently touches Emily's shoulder. We'll face this together. No more secrets. Emily smiles, a tear slipping down her cheek. Together, they leave the office hand in hand, the hallway brighter than when they arrived. Emily's voiceover begins, calm and thoughtful. Counseling isn't magic. It's hard work. But sometimes, just talking, really talking, can open a door you thought was closed for good. We're not perfect, but we're trying. And that's enough for now. Have you or someone you know ever tried counseling to heal a relationship? Did it help? Share your experience. A gentle breeze rustles the leaves as Emily spreads a checkered blanket across the backyard grass. Lucas laughs, chasing bubbles that glisten in the sunlight. Mark sets down a basket filled with sandwiches and fruit, his face finely relaxed. The air is warm, filled with the simple sounds of family. No rush, no tension, just togetherness. Emily sits, watching Lucas and Mark play catch. She smiles, her heart lighter than it's been in weeks. Mark glances over, catching her eye. He walks over and sits beside her, handing her a glass of lemonade. Not Florida, but it's pretty good, right? Mark says, a shy smile on his lips. Emily nods, squeezing his hand. It's perfect. I wouldn't trade this for anything. Lucas runs over, dropping into Emily's lap. "Best picnic ever, Mom." She hugs him close, her voice gentle. "I'm glad you think so, buddy." The camera lingers on the old suitcase, now tucked under the picnic table. No longer packed for a trip, but filled with blankets and family photos. It's a symbol of how dreams can change and how new memories can be made, even when plans fall apart. Emily's voiceover is soft and honest. Forgiveness isn't easy. It takes strength to demand honesty, and even more to give it. But when you face the truth together, you find hope, even in the hardest moments. We lost a vacation, but we found something better. Trust, laughter, and a promise to never hide from each other. Again, Mark leans in, his voice low. "Thank you for not giving up on us." Emily smiles, her eyes shining. "Thank you for letting me in." They sit in peaceful silence, watching Lucas draw shapes in the grass. The sun sets slowly, casting a golden glow over the yard. Emily and Mark share a quiet moment, hand in hand, ready to face whatever comes next, together. If this story touched your heart, please give it a like and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more real-life, emotional stories. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message, share this video with them. Your support means everything to us.